Welcome, guys, to
10,
the
9,
daily
8,
Crazyhouse arena
7, 6,
on
5,
this
4,
Friday.
3, 2, 1, 0.
We got 1.5 hours of Crazyhouse ahead of us, and let me just close the window. First opponent's Ominous, and we'll see a classical e4, e5, and deciding to go with an early bishop e7 here. And usually if white doesn't go for an early d4 or anything on f7, I think this is fine for black. Put pressure on f3. Maybe knight d4 even. Yeah, let's apply more pressure on f3, almost forcing Ominous to take this one and sacrifice the queen. Okay, he decides to go like this. Now I have to decide if I want to take on g5 and go like this, or take on f3, which also seems very strong. If I take, he takes here. And then maybe knight at h3 is very good. Looks very strong indeed. Alright, let's go for that. One of the points is if he takes like this, I can go knight takes and take the bishop. And if he takes this knight, then knight at e2, queen takes, knight takes e2 is checkmate, so he has to move here. And then I can take this one and go knight f4, sort of forcing the king up the board, and the probably is already checkmate here. Let me see. Knight at e2, I think, or just knight e2. Yeah, knight e2 is fine. If you sacrifice the queen, it's mate surely in a few moves, and if he moves up, then knight at g2, and this knight is covering the bishop, and then he has to move here, and then h6, has to move there, and then pawn g6, pawn at e6, or even knight d4 back. Notice this, he can't go back because of this knight, and this knight is of course covering g3, so he has to go to g5, h6, and it's knight d4. Alright, happy to take that first game. Not the most challenging opening play there, and managed to punish him on the f3 pin there. I think you really have to go for stuff like an early d4 if black plays bishop e7, or an early knight g5. Try to punish the slightly passive play. Because if you just play it like the normal e4, e5 lines with bishop g5 and knight d5, then the bishop on e7 is doing a good job. Right, Bay or Miller. Let's start with d4. Okay, he wants to go rook a6 maybe. Yeah, let's just accept this. And the idea of this rook sacrifice is that the rook is less mobile than than the piece, and that's what black will try to prove. Okay, let's try to get in on f7. This this side isn't fully developed yet. Okay, bishop at h5, good defensive move. Let's go f3. And just knight h4, knight h3, knight f4. Bit of slow playing this position, but I think it's justified. He doesn't have any pieces in hand. He can only take e4 maybe. He could have gone like this. Might have been good because there was a spin. But he missed that, or he decided otherwise. If I take, how does he take back? With the knight maybe? Okay, that's fine. And with the pawn is also fine. Just repeat now. Maybe we'll see bishop c5 with check. Then I'll just step aside. And then knight f4 next. Bishop e3 probably. And then maybe e5 at some stage. Or try to trade this knight and put a knight on f5. Try to get in on these light squares. That's the idea here. He can try to trick me somehow, but I'll probably will take the bishop first and maybe get in on e7. So I don't know if that's a wise decision. Okay, he thinks otherwise, but now, yes, he wants to go pawn e5 and fork. I thought I could take this one twice, but then pawn e5. But I can take here. Now we have to watch out for knight at g3 though. Let's just put a bishop on f2. Stay safe and solid, and then maybe take on d4 next. I didn't like the idea of taking on d4, take back, and a bishop at e5 and knight at g3 stuff. So that's why I went like this. Okay, he can have the rook. He doesn't. He wants to go pawn at h3 probably. Okay. Or knight at f4 and some. Okay, he does not. Thought it was strong to go for this square, but now I can trade and try to counter. If now knight at g3, I will probably take it and go to h2. Have to watch out for queen h4 though. Let's see, take queen h4, block, take with check, take back, pawn here. Don't like the side of that. So let's go king f2. Slightly misjudged that. Probably queen h4 is still very strong. Or bishop at h4, okay. Yeah, he's playing this very well. Nice and active. Okay, I gotta make something happen, or try to make something happen. This rook is guarding h1 as well as attacking the bishop. Yeah, this is over. Well played by your Miller. Okay. Good game. Let's try to warm up quickly. Maybe get some speed in. Maybe that will do the trick. Okay, knight e7. Not the most standard way of playing this, but some offbeat line. And now the point is that if this knight gets taken, you can activate your queen via c6. If he takes, then I'll take back pawn at f6, then I can take on g2, and then he takes bishop here. That's fine for black. Okay, maybe he wants to make me use my bishop. That's clever. Let's go a6, make room for the king. Make sure that I get a bishop in hand to put on b4 with check to reserve the possibility of taking back on e7. Okay, now surely knight takes g7. If pawn here, then I can move up, and then there will be threats on g2. So I don't think opening the g-file is wise here. And I'll just try to pressurize this f3 knight. Knight bd2 is possible, but then maybe bishop takes c2. Okay, he goes knight c3. Then I'll take, I guess. Okay, knight at h4. He's not in big trouble yet because I don't have any diagonal pieces to put on g2 or h3. But he has some problems to solve. For example, if he could go bishop at h3, bishop at g4 or something like that. Try to defend this. Well, this structure is a bit awkward. Okay, bishop at g4 first. Let's try to get something going, and as well think about bishop d7 and castle long maybe, and then maybe push these pawns. Okay, I was kind of hoping for this, because now I can take on d4, and previously this knight was covering e2, but now after queen takes d4, knight at e2, king h1, pawn g2 is made. As well as the queen fork, of course, but mate is the better way to go. Alright, Venice lover. Let's try to pre-move trick him. Yes, there we go. That's a free pawn. And knight c3. Cover this one, maybe knight d5. Alright, let's just develop normally. And with the extra pawn now I have the possibility of really annoy this bishop. He already decides to sacrifice pieces for it, so now I'm already in a very commanding position. Threatening to take here. Alright, let's still do it. Where do I want to put the knight? Doesn't really matter. It will be made anyway. If he moves back, if he takes and moves back, pawn at f7, and if he moves up, bishop here, and pawn here, or pawn there. Okay. Happy to put that one in the bag very quickly. And after that one loss, we are back on track now. Alright, ukulele. Let's go with knight f6 this time. d5. e6. Seems to be a popular line these days. Bishop b5 is more testing, I think. But just accepting the pawn is also very good, I think. But now I try to get some early pawn at b4 and ask this knight what does it want to do. Let's go c6. A bit greedy, at least winning a piece, but leaving this one open for any future bishop f4. Okay, he wants to counter attack, which seems logical. I think knight g4 is good. Now maybe knight e4. Okay, I thought he would. Maybe he had to go for knight e4 there. Probably he'll take like this, yes, and then try to trade queens. And a queen trade is not. I don't like it in this position. So okay, let's go knight d7. I was thinking about maybe trading and putting something on d5, but the c7 square is just a bit too weak, so I'll try to develop and castle maybe. Now maybe it's possible to trade, but still this hole has to be dealt with. So I'm putting a knight on d5 here, so maybe he'll attack it with a pawn, or a pawn at d4, and then at least I made him use a pawn. Okay. Probably we'll have to sack a piece back now. Yeah, there we go. Okay, he's going for knight h5, attacking g7. That's smart. Because if I castle, then we might see a queen trade. Okay, let's castle. Because if knight at h6, I just sidestep after the queen trade, because there is no knight takes f7 trick, because these pieces are covering nicely. Okay, there we go. Okay, this is threatening mate, of course, as well as this knight. Okay, let's just go knight g6, preserve the pieces in hand. Maybe knight f5 next. And now at least this queen is on the board, so I don't have to worry about a quick mate. I do have to worry a bit about my time though, so I'll try to get some quick attack in. Maybe pawn at h3. Let's see where he moves the queen to. Okay, I'll accept that. Bishop takes h7 is fine for me. I'm covering g5, so there is no knight at g5. And even if it was possible, king h8 is perfectly fine. And now I'm threatening a bunch of nasty checks. Knight at e2 maybe. Pawn at h3, just an attacking move. Okay, let's just go pawn at h3. Because there still is nothing for him on my king. Pawn g6 I can just take. So, and now he has to cover g2, and he will be on the back foot. Knight at f4 probably. And then pawn g2 should be very strong. Yeah, I don't see a good way out of here for white actually. Knight at e4, I think that's a slip. But it was already very tough for white there. Alright, Dutch 2000. Let's see how he will do this tournament. Last stream, if you were there, he was very sharp with the tactics that I missed. He was good in pointing them out. So let's see if we have a battle today. Okay. Standard bishop c5 stuff and bishop e6. What's the play here? I think knight a4. Try to take this bishop and put more pressure on f6. And a queen trade. I'm fine with a queen trade. Alright, let's just put the pieces on the board. Probably knight here if he's defensive. But maybe he should have been offensive with bishop at g4. I don't know actually. Maybe I'll take this one and then this one is on. Or take here. Same idea. Okay, this is a nice idea. If I remove this bishop from h4, he has knight at e2 and queen at g1. Sorry, and then knight takes f2 is mate. So I have to watch out for that. But I think I can in fact take this one. And then take this. Or is that too greedy? Maybe I have to go queen at f3. Bishop takes e7, knight at h3. Take. Yeah, that's possible. Okay, I can take this. I thought maybe knight at I was thinking about knight at h3, and if I take bishop, I have to take because otherwise I mate it. So I have to go for this now. And I thought knight at h6 was good enough. Let me check again. Maybe I messed up. Maybe I have to go. Okay. I thought knight at h6 was good enough, but knight at h6, knight takes. Knight at f6. Pawn takes. Then at least I'll have queen at g3. Okay, I have to go for this. I'm too low on time. Yeah, whoa, too easy. This is bad. Yeah, he finds it. Queen at g2. That's good. Okay, let's see. Let's quickly see. Okay, I had to go queen at f3 here, and be a bit more safe. Okay, but well done by Ominous, realizing there was no danger for black there at all. And there's to show that you need some knowledge in these e4 e5 lines. Otherwise, you're just thinking about it like I was for that 2.5 minutes. So I was thinking there for 2 minutes, maybe 1.5, and my total time was 2.5 minutes. So that's way too long. All right. Let's try to retaliate. Grab some space with d4. Not really a problem for white, but it's just I find it nice not to go down the main lines with d5, d4. If I have the option. Now I'm already threatening to take here. Queen e2. Yes, okay. h6. Where do you want to go with this one? Probably to h4. But it's already a bit messy for white. Because now maybe knight f4 is annoying. Yeah, let's go for knight f4. Forking these two. So queen, almost forcing queen f1 actually. And then I want to go bishop b4. And take this one. Knight takes, then I can take e5. So very positional stuff so far. Alright, let's go knight g6 back. I can still take this one next move if I want to. Could also just castle. He's doing a good job so far of defending this one. If I take, I'm forcing him to take back with the king. That's nice. If he takes with a piece, then I'll put more pressure on e5. Okay, now maybe knight. I was thinking knight f5, and maybe get in on e3 later on. Let's take the bishop. Arrest this one. But if he keeps defending it correctly, maybe I have to think about something else. Okay, now he's doing a good job still. And I'm getting low on time. So let's go b6 and bishop b7. Expecting knight at f4. Just try to reroute this one back. Now I am threatening to take here. But maybe b6 is a bit slow. Trying to play too much for this one pawn. Now he actually can take this one and then bishop at g8. That's nice. If he spots it. So knight takes f5, e takes. Hey David. And hi Legion, welcome. And I thought he would take f7, but alright, let's move quickly here. Okay, going for a cheap shot. As well as maybe taking this. But I think knight h5 is very good. Pawn at g7 is a very strong threat. Yeah, there we go. Pawn at g7, I have to take that. Pawn at f6, maybe a bit too slow. Okay, it just takes the knight. Knight at g6 mates me, I guess. Yes, it does. Nice find. I should just resign this and try to get in a better game the next one. Well played there by what was his name again? PKR. And a bunch of numbers. Good job. Okay. Some tough opponents today. Rapid Variance joining, that's nice, good to see him. LA Clippers. Alright Dutchy. Good performance. Have a good meal. This Hanzo the Razor guy is also a pretty new name to me, but he seems to be very strong. And if it's not some guy playing anonymously, then it means that it's a new name, and that's always good to see. New strong players. Okay, knight. I think that's just a free pawn. Wants to go d5 obviously, so let's go knight takes f7. I think after that, after he gave me the pawn, I think that's justified. Because then I had two pawns and a rook for the two pieces, and now I'm already trouble. For black, pawn at f7. This is looking very strong for me. And with the bishop takes f2 now, even this is double check, so. And bishop at d6. Okay. Quick game there against the Danish. Welcome, Ominous. Good to see you streaming as well. Yeah, you had me that second game. I could learn from that one. But I hope the first game was an instructive checkmate. Alright, Spanish lover again. Bishop f5, e6. And bishop e2 is a bit passive, I'd say. I think the bishop should be on d3 or b5. Because now I can get away with this setup basically for free. Okay, he does get, he's getting very aggressive very quickly. That's good. Okay, let's just go knight at h4 and copy him. Because there he doesn't have any knights to work with, so I can just move back. Queen g6 maybe. Maybe should have gone queen g6 first. Okay, this is just free, I think. Let's see. Okay, knight h4, because knight at h3 and pawn at g2 is very strong threat, so he has to go pawn at g2. Okay, he doesn't. So now I've made. Okay, back on first place. Overtook Dutchy there. That's good. Alright, chess fan and Nick, maybe. Let's not berserk this one. Thanks, Ominous, for the $5. Much appreciated. Alright, bishop takes d5 because I want to keep an eye on this one. And maybe knight at f5, knight at h5 next. Okay, let's go. Let's go knight at h5. Because now knight takes g7 is on. And if castles, there might be some bishop takes h6 idea. Okay, it goes rook h7. That's okay, I think. Bishop g4 probably to follow. So I think I have to make some active move here, or cover this bishop g4. So I think h3. And in previous game against PKR, I think, you saw that he put a bishop on g8, and so if he sacrificed on f2 here, I would be really happy to put the bishop on g8 myself. So maybe bishop e3 to offer the trade of bishop is okay here. It does leave my king a bit open, but this knight is covering g3. Okay, this gives me c3 and queen b3 though as an option. Put more pressure on f7. Okay, this is looking very suspicious for black. Should be something here. Yes, okay. Knight, take a knight and put a knight on f6, and then take the rook. And he can take this one, okay, but a rook on the back rank, and maybe bishop takes h6. Okay, now surely a rook on the back rank. And he does have a knight at c2 if I move the queen here. But okay, I think that's fine for me. If knight at c2 and king e2, and then I'll just take the knight if necessary. Knight f6 or knight g7. Let's go knight f6. Don't know if it really mattered, but this preserves the option of taking this bishop d7. If he defends like that, I can maybe take here and then put a bishop on f6. Because the threat is of course to take here, or take like this. Right, let's take and bishop at f6. Forcing the issue. And if he takes, I'll even have rook takes e8, so, and then queen takes c8. So even if there was a counter attack for him, it was very strong for me. Okay, rapid variance on a good streak, but not berserking, so even though I'm losing, I'm still ahead a few points. So let's keep that up. Against Dorian Vengeance. Okay, he goes for bishop f5. Maybe I'll go knight h4. Try to harass it. Let's go bishop g2 first. Okay, now knight h4. Not allowing any queen takes h4 sacrifices he may have prepared. And the point is that I don't take just now. I'll try to continue developing, and if I think the right moment is there, I'll take it. Okay, I think now is a good time. So then maybe I can go c3 and fortify this one, because he will go knight f5 most likely. Yes, okay, now I'll take this bishop, because otherwise bishop e7 and that knight wasn't doing anything on b5. So I'll take the bishop and then put bishops on the board. Maybe take here. And this pawn structure is slightly damaged, but I don't think it's that much for white here. I'd say it's a pretty balanced position. Notice that it's important that my pawn is still on e3 or e2. If it was on e3, the bishop is blocked, and if it was gone, there was knight takes d4, knight takes d4, and knight at e2. A common trick. Okay, let's remove the knights and try to get something going. Maybe he blocks on e7, I'll just take, or yes, I'll take and replace, and maybe knight at h5. And just try, but just repeating, I'm just trying to get some opening. For example, now knight takes g7 and then pawn at f6 is something he has to deal with, which he does. Alright, now I'll try to get a pawn and maybe put a pawn on e5. It's a bit aggressive, but might work. Knight f4 was also not a very good move, so just go like this and go aggressive. But he's doing a good job of defending so far. He might get in a counter attack himself with bishop at h3 or knight at h3 or knight at f4, knight like this. Okay, he decides to go with the bishop. I think the bishop is a very important defender that should stay here. But okay, he decided otherwise. Because now, for example, I can take here knight on d7 or knight at h6, and this king is looking a bit naked. Okay, let's see. Of course. Let's go knight at h6 and take here. Or take on e5 first. Take on e5 first. And then maybe knight at f6. It's possible after. Depending on what he does, of course. Kind of want the king to move up the board. And Dorian's doing a very good job of defending so far. But the clock will soon be even, I think. I have to try to keep up the pressure here, maybe get in on the dark squares. Maybe he'll try to take over now with knight takes f2. Okay. I'll just take it and take here. He can't take that because bishop at d4. And then maybe I'll take d5, get some extra pawns in. queen takes h2 shouldn't work because I'm still covered on the light squares. Pawn at f6 next, or bishop at f6 even. I think bishop at f6 is better. Alright, gotta make a move. Does he mate me? That's the question. I hope not. But he might. Okay, that's nice. That's a small trick he walked into. But I gotta be very quick here. Okay, I had mate in a few moves. But that was a very tough game. Well played by Dorian. And I think he should have won that one, actually. He just took all my pieces and said, well, your sacrifices don't mean anything to me. And he got a very good position, and I think he should have had checkmate there with knight takes f2 and queen takes h2. But instead he went for the repeat on g4 and missed the fork on f5. And then there were no knights to put on the board anymore. So all right, Venice lover again. Let's go knight f6 and b6 this time. Switch it up. Before I played bishop f5 systems. But if you watched before, you also know that I like this bishop here on the long diagonal. Okay, let's take with the knight. Put pressure on e4. And already e4 falls. Let's just move back. He's playing very quickly, but I don't think he's making the right moves. I think if I go bishop at e3, he should have blocked that with bishop at f2. Now it's over. Mate on f2. He did play very quickly and very confidently, but in the end, you do have to make some good moves to beat me. Alright, so we are almost an hour in. So 36 minutes to go. And the number 2 and 3 have stopped or taken a break. So it's looking good for me in this tournament so far. And the last few games I've managed to deal with the bad streak of 2 here. Alright, d5 probably. Okay, it goes e6, d5. He doesn't even go for d5. That's fine. And there might be some bishop b2, knight at e4 here. And that's a bit tricky to deal with. could go knight at h5. Yeah, let's go very aggressive. Knight at h5. See how he deals with it. And then maybe just bishop d3 and sacrifice this rook. Take this one next. Now harass the rook. And the funny thing is that if he plays bishop at h6, for example, to pin, I can still take, and then bishop takes h6 will lead into knight takes g7 mate. That's a very uncommon mate, but one that crossed my mind. What's the best way here? I think bishop at f6 is the most clean, because now I'm threatening knight at knight e6 and pawn at g7, which should be very strong. Pawn at g7, I mean. I think he should have taken with the f pawn. Because now it's surely mate. And if he took with the f pawn, there might have been some king f7 and then a counter with knight at h3. Alright, happy to take that one. Maybe objectively not the best move to give away that rook, but it gave some interesting play. And he clearly did not had the best reaction. And that's the thing in these sharp games. Sometimes you know you probably should be better, but in Crazyhouse it's way harder to maintain your advantage. In chess, when you're a piece up, you're just a piece up, and more often than not you will win the game. But in Crazyhouse you can easily lose with material up or a better position. So you have to stay on your feet, on your toes the entire game. Alright, Juanet also getting in the mix. Maybe I'll play him a game. And speak of the devil, there we go. Bishop c5 and knight f6. Let's see what Juanet has in store here. h6. Bishop h4 is the common move there. And I expect him to be better prepared in this line than I am. What's the move here again? Can't remember actually. Okay, let's just go knight f4 and see what he does. I noticed, I remembered someone playing knight at e3 against me, but I also remembered that that was a very bad move. But maybe it's knight takes or rook a takes. I just don't remember what the correct way of play is. Maybe knight f4 is also the one, but it seems with Joanna thinking that maybe it isn't. Alright, I have to go knight at d2. Then maybe I can take. Pawn at g6 is some sort of threat. Maybe knight g3 and take. What does he do then? Okay, let's go for it. Because then at least I'll have some queen at h7 defending, or queen at h5 if he takes like this. And if I have another pawn in hand, maybe queen at at h3 is interesting. Okay, let's put a queen here. Oh, it's very tough, this game. So many possibilities. Okay, let's take this one. Don't know if it works. So maybe some knight at g3 idea afterwards. But at least it's creating chaos in White's camp. I feel like White is better here, so I'm trying to create something out of nothing. Maybe knight at g3, maybe pawn at g3 after this one. Pawn g3 takes. Knight here, take. Should be okay. Let's go for it. The obvious threat is of course to take and put a queen on the board. And the other one is to go in like this. And if he moves the rook away after covering the mate, of course, then maybe knight at f2 is as well hard to deal with. Ah, he has found something. I think he has it. Okay. Well found, pawn at h7. I missed that one. If I take it, he'll take the queen and then queen at h6. And this way also he takes the queen. Good job, Joannet. Well played. And you can leave it up to Joannet to find something like pawn at h7. Alright, Kafune up next. one of the regular players in these tournaments. Let's see what he comes up with. And don't let this 13-0 mislead you. He has given me a hard time some of those games. Let's go queen d7 again. And now knight f5 cover, and now the queen is covering f7 nicely, as well as c6. I PKR. Happy to do it. And yeah, you deserved it. You played a very good game. So then we'll see if we'll meet each other again on the board. Kind of want to harass this knight away, and then maybe just take this pawn. If knight f3, then bishop at h5, like this. And if knight h3, then maybe knight at h4. Because now it's not doing that much, this pawn, but it could be dangerous in the future. Okay, what does he want? He's giving me this for free, so you always should watch out when your opponent is giving you something for free. But I think it's safe to take it. Because if blocks, queen takes, knight takes e6 doesn't work. And afterwards I can take on e5 or go queen e4 with check, and then the queen is safe. So this is looking fine for me. Okay, he does go for it anyway. And he wants to trade the queens, okay. But the rook is covering, so I should be okay. Pawn here maybe. He's going he's going very creative. In the end it shouldn't work, but or it does not work actually, but it was a very creative find there, bishop g5. Trading, forcing the trade of queens. Yeah, now maybe he can try queen here. Okay, he goes queen at g3. Queen at c5 may have been something, but knight at d5 was an okay defense there. And now his queen is trapped. So yes, he sacks it. Bishop at g7. Last check. Okay, he defends. But now it should be made soon. Alright, that was a nice find there. Bishop g5 and the sack on d4. If he had more material, or for example, if my rook was not on h8 but on h7, it would have been very good actually. Just the win of the queen. Okay, 20 more minutes to go. I'm 20 points ahead, 21 even. So probably a few more games. and then it should be over. And this the LA Police's 27 is always in these tournaments performing well. Fandus Lover is also doing okay. Good turnout. 73 players have joined, and not all of them are playing anymore, of course, but that seems like an okay turnout for the daily arena. I don't know the actual stats of every day, but this seems fine. Alright, I'm not going to pretend that I can pronounce that one. Alright, let's go bishop f4 this time, switch it up a bit. Go for knight e5 and f3, something like that. Bishop h4, bishop g5, also an idea. Bishop at b2 is possible. Okay, he goes for bishop at d6. Now sort of got knight takes e5 for free, because in these in these structures you like to play f3. You're happy if you can play f3, because then you have these squares guarded extra. Want to go queen g4 afterwards, threatening these two. And if knight g6 back or knight at g6, then I'll just take. And now knight h6 is a mate threat. Okay, he fails to see it. Oh, he should not have pre-moved knight at h6. He could have gone to h8, but anyway, he walks right into it. But even if he walked to h8, it was very hard for black to defend. Let's not get overconfident in that situation. Okay, let's play e4. Okay, goes for g6, knight h6. Peculiar setup, like this. Maybe you should go like, yeah, something like that. Let's not allow knight f7, because then actually I like that setup a bit with the two pieces defending here. If now knight d2, I can even think about taking and then take here. Yeah, let's go for that. Let's end with some funny sacrifices. Bishop h5 maybe. Okay, knight at h5 then. Now arrest the bishop takes c3, then knight h6 and knight g7 is mate. Okay, and taking the bishop and bishop g6 will be mate as well. Alright, that's nice, funny queen sacrifice there, and it turned out to be working. Unusual opening with the knight h6, bishop g7, but maybe there could be something there with knight, if you can get your knight to f7 in time. I imagine if white does not go for h4, h5 early, then maybe you can get away with it. But usually it's a good idea to try to open the h file if black goes for something like that. Even if white goes for something like that. Active rook. Ah, that was a slip. I meant to go to e6. But oh well, let's fix it. Or just go with it. If knight d4, I'm happy to trade. And then take here. Because notice the bishop is still on f1, so the king will be in a slightly awkward spot. King here, then pawn at f2. Okay, he walks voluntarily to that square. And pawn at e5 and maybe queen f6. If he takes, then I'll take back with the bishop, and then he only has knights in hand, so he has to block with the knight then, and then I'll win the piece back. Of course, the bigger threat is queen f2. Okay, now I want some material. And you would like to play knight at f1 now, but that's not possible, so knight at h1, okay. This pawn is pinned. So he has to take like that, yes. Let's go e4. Let's preserve the pawns for now. Try to win a knight, so I can put knight on h3 and then still make use of this pin. And if he takes with the bishop, I can even consider to take here. Okay, he does not. I think he has to go to e2, yes, he does. Let's see. Maybe just pawn at f2. And then rook at e1. Seems good enough. And there even is queen takes g3 now and knight at g1 checkmating as well. Okay, he's found a defense against this one, for now at least. But now there's checkmate soon. Not finding the quickest moves. But alright. The clock was there anyway. And the threat now is knight d3 or queen at d1. Alright, 10 more minutes, so probably 2 more games. Or maybe just one, we'll see. And it's a Venice lover again. Alright, let's go. He likes to play these flank openings, that's for sure. Let's just be very aggressive. Pawn at f7 maybe next. Or just knight back. Let's just go pawn at f7. Defend the knight. Castle, maybe d5. Okay, now like this. Covering as well as attacking the bishop. Okay, bishop c8 seems reasonable. Let's see. Let's go d5, maybe use this square. Okay, he wants a bunch of trades. I think trades are in my favor. Especially because I take this one with check, so. Knight here, take knight at f3. Maybe something there, but I always had the option of going king h1. Okay, and now there is checkmate. If he takes queen at e4, probably. Okay, block off the retreat, and now queen at e6. Yeah, okay, there's nothing against that. Yeah, he could have tried knight at h3 to trick me there, but I think just king h1 and then the same idea after that. Okay, let's dance a little with the knights. Then maybe go d6, e5. Try to block off this bishop. Sorry. And if d4, then maybe e4, d5. And this knight has made a few moves, of course, but I think it's doing a good job. Alright, queen d7. Was attacking this one. Let's go h6. Just try to figure out what he wants to do. I think it's useful. May have dropped something now though. Yes, he found e4. That is true. If knight d4, he can just take twice. Alright, so let's just give him the pawn or the knight. And then go with pawn at h3. And knight e4, that's fine, because if he trades, then maybe f4 becomes available for a knight. might be some really cool queen h3 move now. I don't know if it works. Queen h3 takes knight f4, pawn g6. Okay, I have to go for it. I said we were going for some sacrifices. Okay, knight. King g3. He can move back to g3. Okay, but let's just accept this. Okay, this can't be good. Maybe this. Okay. Pawn g5, surely. Letting him escape though. Okay, let's move quickly. I gave him a way out, so now I have to suffer for my queen sacrifice. Quick moves. Total garbage moves, but all right. Okay, that's not the best. Not definitely not the best game in the tournament, but I felt like Queen h3 was too good of a chance to not go for it. But then afterwards I could not find the mate. Alright, that's the daily Crazyhouse arena. I've managed to win it quite comfortably, but also these two guys probably could have challenged me very easily, but decided not to play on. Let me talk a bit about future streams. Tomorrow, which is oh well, this is the wrong one. Tomorrow the Elite Arena is again being held. What is happening? Sorry about this. Now it should be okay. Yeah, there we go. It's 3+2, also known as the gentleman's time control, and I will be joining this as well and covering. Okay. Thanks for checking that, PKR. It did not work, the queen sacrifice, but probably just knight at f4 and queen h3 then. Should have gone for that. But alright, let's talk about this one. It will be on 11 p.m. Central European Summer Time. So normally it's 9. So it's 2 hours later than usual. And so maybe we'll see some other players this time that will be better for their time zone. Looking forward to this one. Always a very strong tournament. And then we have Monday, the monthly Shield Arena, which I will be covering as well. Let's see. And this is 3+2 as well, and it will start at 6 p.m. Central European Summertime. And this is always a very strong tournament, and I would like to give the Shield a go. Let's see if I can contest it. And then we have the 1-0 Crazyhouse World Championship matches upcoming week. And we have Monday Upper Wezen versus Master 10 at 11 a.m. Amsterdam time is this. And if you can click, you can change to your own time zone here if you are in the calendar. And I think if you let me try this. Yes, it works. If you type the command calendar in the chat, you can, like I just did, you can get a link to this one. Wednesday we have Jan Lee versus Variants Only, and Thursday we have Little Plotkin versus Jan Lee. So a lot of 1-0 Crazyhouse World Championship next week. But first we have tomorrow the Elite Crazyhouse Arena, which I will be streaming as well and playing, of course. And just a quick reminder, you need 2100 rating to enter in the tournament. So if you're just below 2100, quickly go to the arenas or try to play somebody and get this 2100 in and join the fun. For now, thanks very much for watching. Thanks again, Ominous, for the donation. Very much appreciated. And I will be calling it a day. And I'll see you tomorrow, guys. Goodbye.